Most beginner darts break easily or have inconsistent grip. I analyzed 5 darts for beginners that actually deliver consistent grip and survive countless practice throws. What I discovered about barrel grip and shaft durability will prevent you from buying sets that break after minimal use. Here we go. Starting off at number 5, this one takes a different approach to getting started. We have the IgnatGames Steel Tip Darts Brass. Here's what's surprising. You get 6 darts instead of the usual 3. That means you can experiment with different setups right out of the box, or you've got instant backups if a flight tears or a shaft loosens during practice. Each dart weighs 20 grams with a knurled brass barrel. That's on the lighter end, which can actually help when you're still building muscle memory and learning your throw. The grip texture gives you solid finger placement without being too aggressive. But here's where it gets interesting. This set includes 16 flights in 2 different shapes, standard and slim. So you can test which flight style works better for your throwing style without ordering extras. You also get a sharpening stone, a multi-tool wrench, and access to an ebook with 35 different dart games. That last part matters more than you'd think. Having structured games to play keeps practice sessions engaging when you're still working on consistency. The ergonomic design means your fingers sit naturally on the barrel. During longer practice sessions, that reduces hand fatigue and helps you focus on technique instead of grip discomfort. Everything comes in a magnetic case with EVA interior. Good protection and easy to grab if you're heading to a friend's place or bringing them to a pub. Keep in mind that the 20-gram weight might feel too light once you develop a stronger throw. But for learning fundamentals and building confidence, it's a solid starting point. Link is in the description. Next up at number 4, if you're planning to practice on an electronic dartboard, this is specifically built for that. We have the Turnart Tungsten soft tip darts. This solves a problem most beginners face when starting out. You don't know what setup works best for your throwing style? Yet. This set gives you 9 barrels, 9 aluminum shafts, and 27 flights in different shapes. That's not just backup parts. It's a complete customization playground right out of the box. The barrels are tungsten at 18 grams. That's lighter than what we just looked at, which actually makes sense when you're still developing your throw. Less weight means easier control while you're building consistency. And tungsten stays slim even at this weight, so your fingers sit naturally without crowding. Each barrel has knurled curves with strategically placed grooves. That's the grip texture. It creates friction points where your fingers need them most, helping you release consistently without having to squeeze tight. Now, this next feature is what separates it. The aluminum shafts are precision cut and designed not to break. You also get 20 extra O-rings and a tool to install them. Those O-rings keep flights locked in place during your throw. No more loose flights wobbling mid-flight or falling off between rounds. The flights come in standard and slim shapes. Standard gives you more stability if your throw tends to wobble. Slim reduces drag if you're throwing harder. Testing both helps you figure out what complements your natural motion. Everything comes in a sturdy case with dedicated slots. Makes it easy to organize all the components and swap configurations without losing pieces. Worth mentioning that soft tips only work with electronic boards, not traditional bristle boards. But if that's your setup or you're practicing at home with an electronic target, this gives you serious room to experiment and then find what feels right. Link is in the description. Next up at number 3, if you want the full traditional dart experience while figuring out your style, this gives you serious room to experiment. We have the CC-Exquisite Steel Tip Dart set. What makes this different is the weight, 22 grams. That's heavier than the lighter options we just looked at, and there's a reason that matters. When you're past the initial learning phase and starting to develop a real throwing motion, this weight helps build proper form and muscle memory that translates to better consistency down the road. The barrels are brass with a knurled texture. That grip pattern creates natural finger placement points without being overly aggressive. Your fingers settle into position the same way each time, which is exactly what you need when you're working on repeatable technique. Now here's what sets this apart. You get 6 barrels, but 12 aluminum shafts in 2 different lengths, and 12 flights in 2 different shapes. That's not just backup parts, it's a complete testing ground. You can try a shorter shaft with a standard flight, then switch to a longer shaft with a slim flight, and actually feel how each combination affects your throw. The shafts are durable aluminum, not the cheap plastic that cracks after a few missed shots. You also get 12 O-rings and a tool to install them. Those keep everything locked tight so you're not constantly tightening loose components between throws. Everything comes with a multi-tool, a sharpener for keeping the steel tips in good condition, and a slim case for storage or transport. Keep in mind, these are steel tip, so you'll need a traditional bristle dartboard. But for learning proper technique, with equipment that lasts and lets you experiment with different setups, This delivers exactly that. Link is in the description. These products are great, but there are hundreds of deals every day, and most of them are trash. That's why I pick the 5 best from each category every day and post them for free on Telegram. And you can choose only the categories that interest you, with zero spam. Link in the description. Next up at number 2, if you're set on playing with an electronic dartboard, this focuses on volume and backup supplies. We have the WIN.MAX soft tip darts. The first thing you notice is scale. You get 12 darts instead of the usual 3 or 6. That's not just backups. It's enough to outfit multiple people or test different configurations, while always having spares ready when tips wear down. Speaking of tips, this includes 100 soft plastic tips. That matters because tips take the most punishment on electronic boards. They bend, crack, or wear down with regular use. Having that many on hand means you're not scrambling to order replacements a month in. The barrels are 18 grams with knurled grip at the front and deep-cut rings in the rear. That dual texture creates natural finger placement and helps with clean releases. The lighter weight makes sense when you're still developing throwing mechanics and building consistency. Now here's what sets this apart. The flights are measured at 0.3 millimeters thick. That's among the thickest you'll find in any set. Thicker flights resist tears and bending when darts collide on the board or during storage. For someone practicing regularly, that translates to less frequent replacements. The aluminum shafts come fitted with rubber O-rings and include a wrench tool. Those O-rings prevent shafts from loosening during play. The wrench lets you tighten both shafts and tips without needing separate tools, or constantly hand tightening between throws. Everything comes with 24 flights in different designs, so you can rotate as needed or match sets to specific barrels. Worth noting, these are soft tip only, so they won't work with traditional bristle boards. But if electronic is your setup, the sheer quantity of components and replacement parts makes this a practical long-term option. Link is in the description. Before we reveal our number 1, be sure to check out the description below for the freshest deals on each of these items. And finally, number 1. This is where value and versatility come together. For the complete beginner package, we have the WINSDART Professional Steel Tip Darts. Here's what most people miss. You're not getting 3 or even 6 darts. You're getting 12 darts at 22 grams each. That's 4 complete sets, right out of the box. So whether you're practicing solo, teaching a friend, or hosting a game night, everyone has their own set, without sharing or waiting turns. The barrels are iron, with non-slip textured grip. That texture creates consistent finger placement every single throw. Your hand finds the same position, naturally, which is exactly what builds muscle memory when you're still developing your technique. The 22-gram weight sits in that ideal middle range, heavy enough to fly straight and stick properly, but not so heavy that it tires your arm during longer practice sessions. Now, here's the key detail. The aluminum shafts come with rubber O-rings, already installed. Those O-rings prevent loosening during play. You're not stopping mid-session to tighten components or dealing with wobbling flights that throw off your aim. The aluminum construction means they withstand impact better than plastic alternatives. You get 18 flights in 2 different styles. That gives you options to test what complements your throwing motion. Plus, 12 spare plastic shafts as backups when components eventually wear down. What's even better is the included darts sharpener. Steel tips dull over time with regular use on bristle boards. Having a sharpener included means you keep them performing consistently without ordering extras or dealing with tips that bounce out instead of sticking. The gift box deserves mention. It's not just packaging, it's structured storage with designated spots for each dart. Easy to organize, easy to transport, and actually protects your equipment between sessions. Keep in mind, these are steel tip, so you'll need a traditional bristle dartboard. But for someone starting out who wants equipment that lasts, room to share or practice extensively, and doesn't want to immediately buy replacements, this delivers exactly that. Link is in the description. Now, you know exactly which darts deliver consistent grip without breaking after minimal use. For hosting friends or game nights, go with number 1. For developing proper technique, check number 3. For electronic boards with quality customization. Number 2, beginner sets sell out fast during spring, so check the links in the description now